Welcome to America News.
The latest from Puerto Rico, the FEMA Boots on the ground. More than 15,100 federal civilian and military personnel, including more than 800 FEMA personnel, are on the ground in Puerto Rico and the U.S. Virgin Islands. Food: approximately 65% of grocery stores are open. Gas: roughly 78.18% of retail gas stations are operational. Transportation: more than 32.7 miles of roadway has been cleared. 100% of federally maintained ports are open or open with restrictions, and 100% airports are open. Water and waste: more than 55.5% of Puerto Rico Aqueducts and Sewer Authority (PRASA) customers have potable water. 64% of wastewater treatment plants are working on generator power. Medical care: the Department of Defense's hospital ship, USNS Comfort, arrived in Puerto Rico on October 3 to provide additional surge capacity if needed. 97% hospitals and 96% dialysis centers open, but several medical centers are still running on generators and backup power systems, leaving most of them without air conditioning. Supplies centers: as of October 6, PR.gov. Ricardo Rosello established 10 regional staging areas around the island, serving all 78 municipalities. The National Guard is delivering supplies to those centers. For more, the Puerto Rican government is updating the latest information on the state of the island on status.pr. Go deeper: the road to recovery for Puerto Rico. Lin-Manuel Miranda released a single for Puerto Rico. Why this matters: as Special Assistant to the President for Intelligence Programs, Barry will be crucial to the smooth functioning of President Trump's national security team, and will be responsible for aligning the intelligence community's policy with Trump's priorities. Barry will also manage covert action. What we know about Barry: not much, given the classification of the work he has been doing. A source familiar with his appointment told me before Barry's service in the intelligence community, he served in the Air Force. H.L. McMaster asked CIA Director Mike Pompeo for recommendations for Cohen-Vatnick replacements. Pompeo recommended Barry. Barry and McMaster bonded, partly because they'd worked in similar environments, the source said. Briefing highlights on Trump rolling back the Obama-era birth control program. The president believes that the freedom to practice one's faith is a fundamental right in this country. If people don't like what the Constitution says, they should talk to Congress about changing it. Status of Iran deal: Trump's looking at all of Iran's bad behavior. Encore, saying Tillerson, Mattis and Kelly are keeping the world from chaos. The president is the one keeping the world from chaos. Trump-Tillerson relations: Trump still has full confidence in his Secretary of State. Nothing has changed despite what you may read in the media. Mysterious health attacks on Americans in Cuba: the U.S. will continue to look into this until we get some real answers. Latest jobs number: today's jobs report shows how much the storms have hurt our economy. But the storms also hurt our people, said Sanders. Status of GOP tax plan: Trump is visiting Hamburg, Pennsylvania Wednesday to deliver a tax reform speech. The claim: the ACLU said it will argue that the new rules violate the First Amendment by promoting religiously motivated and other discrimination against women seeking reproductive health care. Reality check: the Supreme Court has already sided with one employer, Hobby Lobby, that sought an exemption from the mandate on religious freedom grounds, and has generally tended to side with parties who say their religious rights have been violated. It's been a bad year for retailers, as investors have been dumping the entire sector except Amazon, with consumers continuing to move their shopping online. The latest victim is bulk retailer Costco, whose shares fell by nearly 6% by Friday afternoon, making it the worst performing stock of the day in the S&P 500. DataMoney.net chart: Andrew Witherspoon Axios: why investors have soured on the company. Costco announced shrinking profit margins, combined with a plan to begin a grocery delivery service, which may end up cannibalizing more profitable in-store sales. The news seems to have served as an admission to investors that Costco, which as a bulk retailer was thought to be immune to online competition, is feeling the heat from Amazon and Walmart's stepped-up e-commerce division. Sprint and T-Mobile are nailing down the final details of a merger likely to be announced at the end of October, Bloomberg reports, citing sources familiar with the matter. Both sides are conducting last-phase due diligence on Sprint's valuation and figuring out questions like headquarters location and executive management teams, per Bloomberg. Why it matters: rumors of this deal have been swirling for months. Now that Trump's antitrust chief Makan Rahim has finally been confirmed, it makes sense for the companies to move the announcement along in short order. While antitrust regulators are expected to be more open to horizontal mergers than during the previous administration, the deal's impact on wireless competition will get close scrutiny by both the Justice Department and Federal Communications Commission. Hamilton composer and playwright Lin-Manuel Miranda released a new song Friday, titled Almost Like Praying, a nod to West Side Story, to help raise money for hurricane recovery efforts in Puerto Rico. Sales of the track, which features a star-studded group of Hispanic rappers, singers, and actors including Jennifer Lopez, Marc Anthony, Gloria Estefan, Luis Fonsi, Rita Moreno, and Gina Rodriguez, among others, will go to the Hispanic Federation's Unidos Disaster Relief Fund. Flashback last weekend, Miranda, who has been an outspoken advocate of helping accelerate the relief efforts in PR, slammed President Trump on Twitter for his attacks on San Juan Mayor Carmen Yulín Cruz. She has been working 247. You have been golfing. You're going straight to hell. Fastest golf cart you ever took, wrote Miranda. At least 10 closed churches across the U.S. have been converted to breweries since 2011, and there are at least 4 more expected this upcoming year, the app reported. While the large, empty houses of worship are perfect for fitting vast kegs and plenty of beer lovers, many clergymen are uncomfortable with the trend. When it starting during the recession in 2007, church membership and member giving dwindled and many churches were forced to merge or close their doors. Now, brewers are beginning to take advantage of the real estate. Verizon-owned AOL announced Friday it is discontinuing AIM, the pioneering chat program, effective December 15. AIM tapped into new digital technologies and ignited a cultural shift, but the way in which we communicate with each other has profoundly changed, AOL said in a Tumblr post. The bottom line: Yahoo and Microsoft have already discontinued their first-generation chat programs, so it's hardly a big surprise. That said, it also highlights a missed opportunity. Chat hasn't gone away, it's just that these programs proved unable to fully keep up with the times.